on to the second round.
Yes, sir.
He'll face Cody Chittum in what should be a very entertaining quarterfinal match.
All right. Think. Ooh. Oh. Man, I don't know if anybody's watching match number 3, but I like that sequence. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I get out here and I get excited. When I see stuff, I ooh and all as well. I am a fan.
Hey,
right?
man. That's why we are all here this morning.
I am a fan, and I know you folks at home can hear me, so I hope you're a fan just like I am.
Real quick, I'll set the quarterfinals for you at 157 before we fully move on to 165. Zerban and Hill. Hill had the bye. Mahler and Chittum in a quarterfinal. Travis and Cale Swenson of South Dakota State. Swenson had a bye. Landon Johnson with a bye for North Dakota State. He'll face off against Ryder Downey, the 2 seed, who moved on. So 157's quarterfinals are set. 165 on your screen now. Mats 1 through 4. Hall and Howes. Hall, the 3 seed out of West Virginia, Peyton Hall. Top right corner, Mat 2. Cooper Voorhees and Jackson Garut out of Utah Valley. Mat number 3, the 5 seed. Giano Petrucelli of Air Force and Derek Matthews of Northern Colorado. That's the one that was just drawing to your attention. Petrucelli with an early 3-0 advantage there, just securing a takedown. Garut with an early 3-0 lead on Voorhees with a takedown. And on Mat 4, the number 7 seed, Tanner Cook in the bottom right corner of your screen with a 1-0 lead on Jack Thompson of Northern Iowa.
You got a fall working on mat number 1. And let me tell you something. That is Mr. Peyton Hall, which is the 3 seed. Tough, nationally ranked young man at 165. This 165 in the Big 12 is pretty salty, man. So here you go, Mike. We're going to do a little bit of history lesson. Cliff Fretwell, appreciate it. Talking about gator bacon.
Yep.
Right? So there was a young man by the name of Dylan Ness from Minnesota. And the gator bacon was his go-to. So Lee Roper and Cliff Fretwell. Roper is one of the assistants for UNI. And Fretwell does a great job running compound wrestling along with many other things. But Roper came up with that name because they couldn't figure out what Dylan Ness was doing, so they just decided to call it Gator Bacon. There you go.
The 2-time All-American Hardell Moore, a 2-time champion at the Big 12 back in 97 and 98, sitting to my right here on ESPN Plus. We appreciate y'all being with us this morning.
Ooh, watch your mouth. You trying to say I'm old?
Session.
Better watch out. Better watch out.
2007, 2008 Big 12 champion Hardell Moore.
Better watch out, man. I'm fighting work. No, I'm joking.
Tell you what, there are some guys that we'll see over the course of this weekend that are 25, 26 years old, that are in years
college.
6, years 7 of college. They are, well, between the COVID years and the Olympic red shirts.
Yes. You know, and then you have some that
some elder statesmen.
Yeah, well, you have some that have came back to wrestle for different programs, and obviously your body takes a beating. You know, obviously trying to maintain your weight and your conditioning and your grades, and you know, so a lot of these guys that are kind of a little bit longer in the tooth, their training's probably a little bit different, right? This isn't their first time wrestling in this tournament or these type of environments, so you have to. Right, you gotta use those guys a little bit differently, right? You know, they don't need to be blowing and going all day, every day, right? They're gonna need some rest, recoup, and that type of stuff. Because listen, I'm not 14, 15, 16 anymore, as you well stated. But yeah, so.
A 7-0 lead, top left corner of your screen. Now 9-0 for Peyton Hall out of West Virginia. 9-1 as Howes finally gets on the board. 4-4 on the top right corner. Cooper Voorhees and Jackson Garut on mat 2.
That was that situation right there. Once again, Gator Bacon. That's what Cook was looking for. I said he lives by it, he dies by it. And
on mat 4.
Yep. That time he ended up getting caught in it.
Now a 6-2 lead for Thompson. A minute left in that third period. Thompson and UNI looking for an upset here.
And obviously with somebody like Lee Roper in the corner, you know, Thompson's aware of this, right? He knows what to look out for. He knows how to defend it. and stay smart. You know, no need to get greedy and get a little bit of lackadaisical and end up getting, you know, turned to your back. Because I promise you, once he gets that, it's super duper tight, and you're not getting out to the rest laps of that.
Thompson, a little bit of a wild card in this tournament, replacing R.J. Weston in the field for UNI, just 4-4 on the year, but here 30 seconds away from an upset win over the 7th seed, Tanner Cook.
And you got to think about it. Allard was just in this position not too long ago on the same mat.
Yeah.
Right? On the exact same mat. Obviously, score was a little bit different, but Thompson's doing a good job. Looks like he's going to get out of here with that W.
5 seconds left and hanging on. And Jack Thompson with the upset win of Tanner Cook and the UNI Panther. Secures his 5th win of the year and moves on to the Big 12 quarterfinals.
Yep, good job by him.
And now he very likely gets to face David Carr. Good luck, young man.
David Carr, that dude. Man, had a chance to talk to his dad before the tournament. We'll get more into that once David hits the mat. But there he goes.
See him very shortly. In fact, here he comes out on to mat 4.
And this is one of the other guys you were talking about, Mike, trying to make history this weekend, becoming a 5-time Big 12 champion. Dayton Fix and David Carr. And like I said, we talked about this 165-pound weight class here at the Big 12s, but just this 165-pound weight class nationally is extremely deep. I mean, goodness gracious. It's going to be fun to watch at these conference tournaments. It's going to be fun to watch at NCAAs in a couple of weeks because all these young men can scrap. God almighty.
Carr with a takedown. Just 20 seconds into the match. Cuts De La Pena and goes hunting for another. Everybody, of course, looking forward to the likely, anyway, scenario that we see Carr and Keegan O'Toole go head-to-head once again. Wrestled for the Big 12 championship a year ago. Carr got him here at the Big 12s. Keegan O'Toole, though, got revenge at the NCAA championship just a couple weeks later. As we do welcome you here, Matt Side at the BOK Center. Mike Leslie, Hardell Moore here with you. About midway through the opening round, the preliminary round, as we make our way into the 165-pound weight class. What do you like about what you've seen so far?
Man, just the energy, right? The action. And, you know, we've had a couple of upsets. Could have had one more over there, but
very close.
Young man came back and found a way to win that match. And just getting a chance to watch these young men compete and try to maintain their goals if they can. And that's just the beautiful part about it. It's so hard. Wrestling is so hard, but it's so beautiful at the same time, right? I'm obviously biased because I think it's the greatest sport around, and it teaches you so many valuable life lessons on the mat, almost more importantly, off of the mat.
No doubt. Mat 2, a good place to put your attention right now. Top right corner of the screen. Cooper Voorhees with an 8-6 lead with $1:10 left in this third period. Jackson Garuda, Utah Valley, trying to make something happen here in the first round at 165 pounds.
Good stuff.
Meanwhile, David Carr already with 3 takedowns in this opening period, a 9-2 advantage on Mateo De La Pena out of Cal Baptist. Bottom left corner of your screen, the 5 seed Giano Petrucelli with a 4-0 lead on Derek Matthews. That one's winding down. Hunting back points right now is Petrucelli.
Yeah,
and Matthews, now he's 7-0 advantage.
Matthews was going for broke right there.
Voorhees with a big takedown and an 11-6 advantage. And then on mat 4, David Carr making quick work of Mateo De La Pena. The fall in the first period with 53 seconds left. Voorhees with a third period takedown, 11-7. Now the advantage.